Hi everybody, welcome. It's day 5 of the Dream Whiskies Advent Calendar promotion. Welcome to the bar again, great to see you, great to see you. So we have something really pretty cool up for grabs for you today. I thought we would play a game. We're going to play a game and the game is going to give you an opportunity to get something, which I will explain a little bit later, but you will need a pen and paper. You're going to need a pen and paper, something to write down. So I'm just going to give you a couple of moments to grab something that you can write down, and then I'll explain how the game is going to unfold. In the meantime, let's say hi to a few of you. So Mike, good to see you. How are you doing? Jeremiah, nice to see you back on as well. How are you? Mike, hide and seek? No, but maybe we can do that another day. Amelia, how are you? Good to see you there, and Paul as well, and Kevin. Good to have you joining us on our 5th of December Advent Calendar broadcast. I'm sort of quite pleased with this. I'm almost a little smug that I've come up with this as a little game. Hopefully you find it's an interesting game. But the whole idea of this game is that you're going to be able to use the answer to the game to get yourself some additional bonus entries into our main competition. If you don't work out the game, then you don't get the bonus entries, but I think you're going to be able to work it out, but we'll have a little bit of fun while we're on the go. So still giving you a little bit of time to pull together pencil and paper. Alan, hi, how are you doing? And Maria, thanks for joining us. So let me explain what's going to happen. As you know, I like showing you a few cocktail recipes. I'm a mixologist by trade, or certainly in my past, I'm a mixologist by trade. So I'm sharing these sort of unusual cocktail recipes with you, things that you wouldn't find in a book, and stuff that's really good for Christmas. And of course, they're all based on whiskey as well, because that's what we're about at Dream Whiskies. Whiskey, of course. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to play a game where I am going to use a number of ingredients in this cocktail. You've got to put together the letters of the first word of each ingredient. So it'll be in the right order, but you need to write down the first letter of each ingredient to find a code word. Now, when you've got that code word, you can go to our game page for those Highland Park bottles that we're giving away this month, and you will find somewhere that says enter the code word. And if you can enter the correct code word, you will get an extra 10 bonus entries into our Highland Park competition. So you need to write down. So just explain how it works. If the ingredient has a couple of words, so for example, if I was saying Tullamore Dew whiskey, then it's just the first letter you need. It would just be the T off of Tullamore Dew whiskey that you need. So that's how you play it, the first letter of each ingredient. And by the way, I think you're going to like this cocktail as well, especially those of you like something a little sweet and slightly creamy. So first things first, I'm going to take my mixing glass, my Boston glass. Let's just put our glass out of the way. And I'm going to add the first ingredient. Now, the first ingredient is going to be Jack Daniels. So Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey. For those of you that think Jack Daniels is a bourbon, it technically is a bourbon, but it's not referred to as a bourbon. It's referred to as a Tennessee whiskey, mainly because it has a slight difference in the production process that defines a Tennessee whiskey. So I'm going to take my Jack Daniels, and I'm going to pour in 50 ml of Jack Daniels. So that's ingredient number 1. Now, ingredient number 2 is ice cream. I'm using vanilla ice cream, and we just want a small amount of ice cream. I'm using a bar spoon, which is similar to a teaspoon, I guess. So about that much. Can you see a little bit closer? About that much. And I'm just going to pop that in the Jack Daniels. So now we've got a lump of ice cream floating in the Jack Daniels. All right, now the third ingredient that I'm going to use is a syrup, and it's noisette syrup. Now, noisette is hazelnut flavor, sweet, obviously, because it's a sugar syrup, and you can buy noisette syrup. Actually, you can buy it in a place, if you go into a supermarket, it's more likely to be around where the coffee stuff is than actually where the drink stuff is. But noisette syrup is the third ingredient, and I'm going to put in about 10 ml, let me just get my measure, of the noisette syrup. So let's add that. That's about 10 ml, and that's ingredient number 3. Now, ingredient number 4 is a liqueur. So I'm using a ginger liqueur. So ginger of the West Indies, this one, it's really quite spicy and fragrant. And it's got a sweetness to it as well, but because it's a liqueur, unlike the syrup, this is also alcoholic as well. So the one that I'm using is about 35% ABV, or in America, you would say around 70 proof. So I'm going to put in 20 ml of that. So let me measure out the 20 ml. That's good, and add that to the other ingredients. Good, so that's 4 ingredients in there. 5th ingredient, you're starting to get a clue as to what this code word might be. 5th ingredient is lime and lime juice. Now you might think, why would I put something like lime with something sort of creamy and sweet like ice cream? But in actual fact, the lime sort of cuts and balances the sweetness, especially in the vanilla ice cream, pretty well. So I'm going to cut that in half, and I'm going to squeeze in half of the lime juice. Now I'm using, you've probably seen me use this before. This is a juice squeezer. Let me just tap that out. But you can squeeze it anyway, really. This just makes it sort of easy. We call this a Mexican elbow. So I'm just going to squeeze the whole of that half of the lime juice. So let me add that like so, and put this here. Now I've got one more ingredient to go, but let's see if any more of you joined us. Just a few more highs. So Jeremiah, getting ready for work. Good for you. I like that. Debbie, good morning from Kentucky. Kentucky, pretty close to where the Jack Daniels comes from. And Mike, is it a song? No, it's not a song. It could be a song. Maybe we should make up a song. So 5 ingredients in there. One more to go. And this is the last one. The last one is egg white. Now, I've already cracked this open, taken the yolk out, and I'm going to add the egg white. And just to explain, I've explained before, but egg white in a drink makes it go frothy and adds to the creaminess on the surface of the drink as well, as long as you shake it really well. So there are 6 ingredients. Jack Daniels, ice cream, noisette liqueur, ginger liqueur, noisette syrup, ginger liqueur, lime juice, egg white. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some ice to our shaker. So let me get some ice in there. That's good. Now we're going to need to give this a really good shake. Because of the ice cream, we want to make sure it's mixed up really well. Let's give that a tap and give it a good shake. So here we go. Here we go. Let me just check. That's mixing up quite nicely. All right, that's good. I'm going to open my shaker. Let's put my glass to the side, and then I'm going to get my strainer because I don't want the ice coming out. I just want the drink. And I'm going to strain it into, this is one of my favorite glasses. I have used it before with you. But here we go. It's a sort of 1930s style coupe glass. And there is our cocktail. Now, oops, nearly dropped that. Put that to the side. So a couple of things for you here. Here's our cocktail. This is something that I created recently. I don't actually even have a name for this drink yet. So if you want to suggest some names for this cocktail and let us know what you think. I mean, obviously give the drink a try. Let us know how you get on with it. If you come up with some names for it, then maybe we'll pick one of those. Actually, sometimes coming up with a name for the drink is the most difficult thing to do. What we got here? Hey, Jason. Yo, people, what did I miss? Hope it's not much. Well, I guess you can replay and see how it went. Ernest, Ernest, how you doing? From London. That's where I was born. Nice to see you, Ernest. Thomas, a whiskey lunch indeed. Claire, how you doing? Mike, still there? Got it all the way. Claire, hi from Chester. And Jason, what was the question? Right, I'll repeat it for you, Jason. Here we go. So the question was this. You take the first letter of each ingredient and it creates a code word. When we finish this broadcast, I'm going to update our game page and you will see something that says enter the code word. This is the main game page for our Highland Park giveaway this month. Just go to the game page, click on enter the code word and put in the code word that you've made up using the first letter of each ingredient that I've used, and you will get 10 extra bonus entries into our Highland Park competition for this month. So that's it. That's it for today. Let me just give it a taste. I always give it a taste, see what we think. Oh, it's actually a gorgeous drink. You'll be surprised. You probably think because of the ice cream, it's going to be really creamy, but it's not. The ice cream just sort of makes it soft and smooth. That's why it's important to just put in a little bit of ice cream. But a really nice drink. Could certainly have it as lunch, as was suggested, but great with a meal. Actually, great with a dessert with a meal, especially over Christmas. Maybe you can serve this at Christmas. Anyway, look, we'll have something else for you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do slightly later than today. So tomorrow is going to be 2 p.m. UK time, working that back all the way across in the United States. 2 p.m. UK time, I think, is 9 a.m. in the morning Eastern time in America. So make sure you're here tomorrow for something else. We might have another little giveaway for you. Might actually have a little prize for you tomorrow that somebody can win. So be with us tomorrow. But go and check out the game page, use your code, put it in and get those extra bonus entries. Everybody, have a fantastic day. We will see you soon.